Welcome to Serious Business. Today I'll be talking about buy this, not that. Today on You've Been Fooled, stop buying stuff. You don't need anything. However, some things can help you live more efficiently. First topic is lawn care. Gas and electric mowers and trimmers both have recurring costs like maintenance, energy, and replacement batteries if you go electric. String trimmers leave microplastics in your land. If you buy a reel with 2 E's, reel lawnmower, and a rotary trimmer instead, you just push along, you don't have to have a cord, a battery, or gas, there's very little maintenance, and you get a bit of a workout in. If you use a grass alternative, you can reduce your water consumption and reduce your mowing time, so you only have to mow maybe once a month instead of once a week. And then if you plant trees and mulch the area under them, you can reduce your mowing time. Planting trees is effective at shading your house, maybe reducing your cooling bills, and reducing noise that comes from roads near your house, and makes the property value higher actually. It can really improve the look of your house, and it reduces erosion, and like I said, it can reduce the amount of grass you have. So you can follow this strategy with other things in trees, but it's a good example. Quick reminder to like, subscribe, and tip. Another topic is kitchen appliances. Electric and induction stoves are more safe and efficient than gas, and I think safety is very profitable. So you can see on screen, with an induction stove, you can literally put your hand next to your pot while it's boiling without being burned, because the induction technology generates heat in the metal of the pot instead of below it and conducting up into it. So your hand isn't metallic, so it doesn't generate that heat. Top freezer fridges are cheaper and more efficient. I should talk about why that's a good thing. Hold on. Safety is profitable because if you ever once burn yourself on your stove to the point where you need to even drive out, spend your time buying a Band-Aid or some lotion for it, or even worse if you get a 3rd-degree burn and have to go to the hospital, that is a huge chunk of time and money lost that you could have just sprung for the induction stove. So moving on to top freezer fridges, they're cheaper and more efficient. A lot of French door fridges have 2 cooling units in them essentially, which just about doubles their price. They also have a lot more parts. They might break more often because of those parts. And so they say the simplest part is no part. A lot of top freezer fridges have the Energy Star rating, while almost no French door fridges have that rating. And I think a rice cooker can save you a lot of time and failed batches of rice. So I've struggled with this before, cooking rice on the stove. It should be easy, but it isn't that easy for me. So it's great to just plug in a rice cooker, maybe save one of the burners on the stove for something else you're cooking, and have the rice cook more passively while you're working on something else. The last topic is cars. I think any reliable used car is more economical to buy than any new car. So reliable is a big keyword there, because there are a lot of junky lemon used cars that you could get, but if we're talking about reliable used cars, then it's your best option. I know the current used car market is very overinflated, but in normal times, this is the case. I think electric cars are interesting, they have a lot of potential, but in their current form, they have a very high cost of ownership. Since their battery is so heavy, their tires wear out very quickly, you have to buy special tires, and you have to replace them way more frequently than with a gas car. And the cost of electricity, especially at public chargers, is significant. People sort of neglect that fact that electricity still has a cost. I think hybrids, for now, are a great option, used or new. On screen we have the 2nd generation Honda Insight, which I love the look of. It's essentially the same as a Prius, but it's interesting to spot on the road. I think plug-in hybrids really have the worst of both worlds, because they have heavy batteries and short electric ranges, so you have to switch back to gas pretty soon. If you do a lot of long drives and road trips, then you should really stick with a hybrid. That's what I have, and I like to take road trips. Plug-in hybrids really work best for someone who drives within town a lot, but might do a long day of errands someday and need to switch to gas throughout the middle of the day. I think I'm optimistic about solar EVs, which can recharge as you drive or in the parking lot at work without any infrastructure. The Aptera car seems pretty promising. The idea of a lightweight, very aerodynamic, efficient car solves some of these issues I talked about with a heavy battery and the replacement tires. And I think fuel cell EVs for cargo trucks are a good option. People who are concerned about electrifying is not exactly viable with larger payloads because the battery takes up so much space and is so heavy and has such a short range when you're hauling a lot. But fuel cell EVs can be refueled on the road, which gives them that advantage over batteries. And I think SUVs aren't practical or economical, so they're not even worth talking about. So you either buy a solar car in the future or a hybrid for now, or if you're hauling a lot of stuff, maybe wait for a fuel cell truck. That's all for today. Some of my interesting future topics are coin reviews. Particularly, I'll talk about precious metals in the future, so gold and silver, and how I judge crypto projects. You might have some guesses about that already.